devoted more than a half-century of his lifetime, traveling in northwestern China, collecting folk music. Wang Lobin is the pioneer musician who put Western ethnic folk songs on the map of China's indigenous music. A place far away in Qinghai. Maila in Yili. Lift your veil in Kuche. And Alamuhan in Turpan. Now, Travelogue salutes this adventurous musician. We follow his footsteps, bring you the true color of this amazing part of China. Travel with Travelogue.
Wonderful music. This is a folk song of the Uyghur people called Lift Your Veil. It was collected and adapted by a Han Chinese musician, Wang Lobin, and let it know all over China. All the Chinese love it. Today we follow this wonderful music to Xinjiang, Kuche and Kele. Let's unveil another beauty of China.
The vastness of Xinjiang is breathtaking, and the beauty of it leaves you gasping. The road stretches on and on and on, and landscape looks so close, yet so far away. The sheer scope of nature here leaves our car looking like a little ant, moving under the equally endless sky. Heaven is indeed pretty close here when you look at the land below. The folk song Lift Your Veil was born here in Xinjiang and originally sung by the Uyghur people. The famous Chinese Han musician and music collector Wang Lobin took this song out to the rest of the country. Now we are going back to the heart and soul of it. The bizarre terrain looks barren and boundless. This land has been sculpted by a strong wind that always blows in the same direction and the gentle erosion of occasional rain. Sitting in the middle of this landscape is the city of Kuche, our destination, and a little green oasis in the desolate cradle of the Gobi Desert. The city of Kuche is quite small, but it was once an important stop on the ancient Silk Road. Kuche was also once the center of the ancient Chuzhi kingdom. For over 1,000 years, the mighty kingdom flourished. But now, few traces of that glory are left. Only the great stories live on. Kuche city is divided into the new district and the old. In the old district, we can find the main mosque in Kuche, generally called the Kuche Mosque. It's the second largest mosque in Xinjiang, right after the Idakar Mosque in Kashgar. On Friday, the road near the old bazaar starts to choke up with all kinds of transportation, all heading in one direction, to the market.
Isn't it exotic? I'm taking a horse, a donkey taxi to do some shopping. Over there, that's the biggest bazaar over there, the biggest local market around the region. And I got lots of things to buy. Most of all, I'm going to get some wonderful music. 一面一面，慢慢，绕啊。
The bazaar is the biggest event of the week. Thousands of people from far and near come here for some business and fun. Friendly, cheerful, spontaneous, and generous. These are the words that come to my mind to describe these people. When we were finished at the market, my friend Aliyah takes me to visit a typical Uyghur home.
你也喜欢这个？你知道他为什么要把盖头掀起来吗？
不是这个，我们维族人结婚时候那个盖出来那个戴那个
会戴一个这个东西，
会戴
别的时候
拿开那时候呢结婚开始时候妈妈那个妈妈打开女的脸以后。
There is a story about this song, which Wang Lobin also collected when he adapted this humorous music from a Uyghur tradition. Around harvest time, the Uyghur farmers would gather together to have some fun. And as one of the diversions, an old man would dress himself like a woman, with a handkerchief covering his face. At the end of this little game dance, the veil would be whipped off and the old man revealed, much to the mirth of the crowd around. And the background music would be the famous Lift Your Veil. Wang Lobin adapted it into Mandarin and turned it into a much-loved favorite with the rest of the country. The ride on the donkey cart is actually pretty comfortable and relaxing. At the end of the ride, Aliyah took me to a nice Uyghur courtyard in Kuche, to her uncle Yasin's home. The little garden is filled with flowers and plants that thrive in the dry heat of Xinjiang. And the Uyghur people are hugely welcoming to guests. Even if you were a stranger, they would welcome you with wholehearted hospitality, offering all they have, from tea to fresh fruits to dry fruits to homemade yogurt to refresh you. The grape arbor provides blissful shelter from the relentless sun, and to sit here in such a comfortable courtyard and enjoy a moment of cool breeze under the grapevine is a real treat in itself. Another favorite Uyghur dish is what they call la tiaozi. Basically, it's noodles with a special kind of carefully prepared sauce. The sauce is a scrambled mixture of beef and vegetables such as tomato, beans, eggplant, cabbage, onion, and green peppers. The process of flinging the noodles out around guarantees a texture that is both resilient and soft. You may choose to have the noodle hot or cold. After dinner, Aliyah gave me an original version of Lift Your Veil in its original Uyghur language. It's slightly different from the Wang Lobin version. But if you listen carefully, the merry essence and humor of the song remains the same.
Kilometers north of Kuche, the little oasis, we arrive at the mountain range of Tianshan, which means mountain of heaven. And those people call these mountains Kuche, which means the red mountains. And we are going to visit a mysterious canyon hidden inside.
The Great Canyon glows red if you come at the right time, when light plays tricks on the humongous rocks. Floods still often visit here, and that's why we have the reef at the entrance of the canyon. This mountain was formed about 140 million years ago during the Cretaceous age. After eons of pummeling and stroking and lashing by wind and rain, the rock formations have developed their own utterly original character. The complete hike to the other side of the canyon is some 5,000 meters, and it takes you about 2 hours. The canyon is not that famous around the country, so not many people come here. It's more or less untouched by human intrusions. So if you listen very carefully, it's one of those places where you can hear the land singing old songs to itself. The rocks were here long before people arrived. But nevertheless, on the mortal scale, the traces of civilization left around here are amazing enough. The ancient Chiltzu Kingdom was a bridge between the cultures of the East and the West, and the region is littered with many Buddhist caves with murals, Buddhist temples,